Hello guys, I'm DJ Luka and welcome to my YouTube channel. On this tutorial, I'll be taking you through the Visual DJ as a beginner. So if you still new in this tutorial, you are very most welcome, and don't forget to subscribe to this channel, and you can also hit the like button, share the video, and turn on the notification bell so that you shouldn't miss any content coming right away from this channel. So if you're still new in the visual DJ, so this is the right video. So not to waste time, let's just get started with the software. So I will be taking you through the setting of the visual DJ as a beginner, but if you already know this kind of the video, I'm sorry to boring you. So let's just move straight away. I will start from up on top here, one by one. So you just click on this setting button. So once you click on that setting button, it will take you to the configuration windows, and this is where we are. So here in the configuration windows, we have a lot of options. So let's just start away with the tutorials. So when you click on the tutorials options, you when you click on the tutorials option, it will bring you a lot of the videos, and those videos have been uploaded by the Visual DJ team. So these tutorials can help you to learn more about Visual DJ, and these tutorials are talking more about the Visual DJ. If you're still new in the Visual DJ, you can use data to view those contents, but since I don't have data, that's why you're not seeing any content coming. But that is not the matter. Let's move on to the audio section. So when you click on the audio option, it will bring you a very many options whereby you can just also play with it. So here here we have outputs devices, hardware devices, and input devices. So let's click on speaker only. Let me explain this. When you set your outputs as a speaker only, this one, it will work in a way that when you're playing your music, so when you're playing your music right away to the audience, your sound, it will your sound, it will go to audience through the speaker only. Even if you have your headphones, you will not be able to listen to the sound through the headphones, because you set your outputs as speaker only. So let's move on to the another section. So when you click on this speaker plus headphones, so when you click on the let me take you back a bit to the speaker only. When you click on speaker only, also it will come out with also it will bring some setting, its own setting down here, whereby when you click on this drop down, you will see some different setting, and here also you can also change the setting according to your needs by deciding that let your speaker play on channel 3 and 4, and yes, just like that. So let's move on to the speaker and headphones. So here, when you leave your setting on the speaker and headphones, so this means that let me explain it. When you're playing your music to the audience, so since the current music is continue playing to the audience, and also you are using your headphone as well. So your headphone, it will help you to try the next transition or the next track before playing it to the audience. So when you click on it, also it has its own setting down here. Here also, when you click on this drop down, also you will see some different setting, and also you can change them according to your needs. So here you can decide that let my speaker play on the channel 3 and 4, and my headphone play on the channel 1 and 2, or you can allow your headphone to play on the channel 5 and 6. So here, or sometimes also you can decide to let them play on the same channel. So here you can just set the way you want. So let's move on to the separate decks. So let me explain separate decks. Separate decks is when you are using the external mixer. So when you're using the external mixer, even down here also it will show some different setting. As you can see, there is a dex 1, dex 2, and as well you can click on this drop down arrow and you change their setting according to your needs. And here also you can decide that let your dex 1 play on the channel 3 and 4, and the second deck play on the channel 1 and 2, or you can even decide them to play on the same channel. So you can set it according to your need. So let's move on to hardware device. So hardware device, here we have a audio and audio and stereo. So computer also, you can use computer for you can use computer computer as well, use as speaker and headphone as well. So when you click on this also it will come out with its own setting. So yeah, also you can, once you click on this drop down, you will see a lot of setting, and you can also play around with it as those. So there is no difference, and you can also decide to play your computer speaker on channel 3 and 4, or channel 6 and channel 5 and 6, or you can leave it the way it is. So it's the way you decide. And down here we have stereo, and we have USB card. You can also just play around with them. Yes, and the other ends we have input devices. Input devices are the devices that import sound into the system. For example, microphone. You can use microphone, and once you click on this microphone, it will bring its own setting down here, whereby you can also play around with it. You change the channel the way you want your mic to play. So that is it. So let's move on to the interface. Now when you click on this interface, mm, interface is the way you want your software to appear when you're mixing your music. So now Visual DJ software, it came out with it came with a different interface. Like here we have defaults, alls, and the rest I've just installed them. But software, it's always come with defaults and old interface only. So not to waste time, just click on this default, and it will bring very many interfaces. And when you click on them one by one, you will also notice the changes from happy. So let's click on the starter, when you click on the starter, as you can see also the interface also has changed. So when you click on starter, it comes out with the pads and the rest. So when you click on the essentials as well, also it's also bring some changes to the interface, and also it's come out with some its own setting, as you can see. So when you click on pro, now pro it just combine starter and essential. Pro it's just combine all of them. So and that's how it look like. It's come out with some effects, um, custom buttons, and some pads loops. So when you click on the performance also, it's come out with its setting, as you can see. So that is all about default interfaces. That is new features. So when you click on these alt interfaces, also now with these old interfaces, you can use them if you still need the old version of VioDJ or the old interfaces. So when you click on this old interface, it will also come out with the different interfaces like 2 decks, 4 decks, 6 decks, and tablets and welcome notes. So here when you click them one by one, you can even see the changes straight away. So this is how it will look like, and when you click on that, it's come out with loops, effects all together. And when you click on 4 decks, so you can even use 4 decks in the old version if you want, or you can even use 6 decks. With the 6 deck, when you click on 6 decks, it will just show 2 main deck up, and the other 4 decks, it will appear down here. As you can see down here, we have deck 3 and 5. Then the other hand, we have decks 4 and 6, and we have decks 2, this one decks 1. So that is it. So up here it will just show only 2 main deck, and the other 4 it will remain down here, as you can see. Deck 3 and 5, 4 and 6. Yes, that is it. So and we have tablet interface. Here is when you are using the touch screen monitor, so that's when you will use it. And down here we have a welcome notes. This is when you have just installed the version DJ, and this welcome notes will come. All right, so let's move on to the mapping. When you click on these mapping options, now mapping options, it's also come out with its own setting. When you see hub here, we have a keyboard into bracket custom mapping, and show all compatible controllers. These compatible controllers are for the controllers only. This is when you are using controller. And the upper one, this keyboard, this is when you're just using the computer keyboard, just to do some mapping. And down it we have different section. We have keys and its action. So and on my right here, I have some text box whereby when you click on this drop down, it's come out with different settings. So let me say you decided to to leave your mapping on factory defaults optional. So once you click on that setting, it will even its own key and their action also, it will change from here the way you are seeing. And when you click on factory defaults, also its own key and their action also it will get changed from here the way you sing. And when you leave your mapping on custom mapping also, you can see there are some changes in their keys and action. And on next to it we have the save button and cancel button. So Visual DJ Visual DJ team, they have decided to set for you some key mapping section whereby they are here. There are very many. You can just select one and you save. There you can use them. So let me say you are using keyboard mapping. So here you can select one. Once you select, it will show up here. Under the key we have a key section whereby you can just select any letter, you write there, and then down here we have actions text box section. Here you can write what kind of action do you want to set with that key, whereby when you are using your keyboard, once you touch that key, that action it will be active. Yes, and down here also it shows your different action, so you can change even this action, but that one it will be for the next tutorial. So when you click on compatible controllers, so that is when you are using controller. But since I'm not using controller, I'll leave my setting to keyboard. So that is all about mapping. Let's move on to the option. So when you click on these options, it will bring you a lot of settings and a lot of options the way you are seeing. So here let's just move straight away to the automation. Now automation, Visual DJ's team also they have already done with a lot of settings. So all these settings are used automatic, especially when you are mixing your music. So your auto beat, let me explain auto beat auto BM match. So this one, let me say this is beat mapping. BP means beats and M means mapping. So auto beat mapping. So this one can help when you are playing your music on Dex 1, and also you want to load the next track on the opposite deck. So this auto BPM match, it will help you. So those music beat mapping, it will match automatically without you also playing around with it. So if you don't want your BPM to match automatically, so you can change it to no, or if you want it to be always matching, so you can change there. So we have auto pitch also. Auto pitch lock means when one music is playing on the Dex 1, and also you want the other Dex 2 also, the track to be playing on the other decks also. So means that their speed will match automatically, or their speed it will locked automatically. That pitch means the speed of the song. Yes. And also we have gains mean is when you are using your headphone. As you can see, it's also the sign is also down. Gain is when you are using your headphone. So when you are using your headphone also, it will be auto the way you want. So if you don't want to be auto, you can also change it the way you want. It's just there. And we have auto cue or auto key. So we have auto cue. So all these settings are automatic. So you can leave it the way it is, or you can change according to your needs. So let's move on to controls. Now controls, here we have a play mode and the rest. This one is how you want this one, when you want to, let me say, play mode. When they are talking about the play mode, they are talking about this play button. They are talking about this play button. So this play button, you can set it or to be like a play starter, or you can set it to be like a play pause. But mine, it's showing that it's on play starter because I've already did some bit mapping. I've already set some bit mapping for my mixing. So here also you can decide it to leave to change your setting the way you want. And down here also we have Q mode. Now Q mode, here we have 3 sections. We have Q alts and cap. So Q, let me explain this a bit. Q is when you, let me say you have already load some track. Let me just load some track and I explain this. I will not play it, but so let me say this is your track already, and you want your track to be played. So here, when you leave your Q mode on, Q means that once you click on that Q once, the music, this is how it's behave. Once you click that skin waveform, it will just checking without continue going. It cannot go in front because you leave your setting on Q. But when you change your setting to Q alls, mean that here you can press on Q and hold it down. You hold it down, and the music, it will play the way you press and hold. That's how it will behave. But when you release, when you press and hold, the music will start playing straight away, and even if you release, the music will continue playing. But when you leave your setting on Q, but if you don't press and hold, the music, it will not play. Yeah, the same as this. Now this one, it will just allow you, once you click on Q, the music, it will just continue playing straight away the way you're seeing. But let me leave mine on Q because I've already set some mapping. And we have auto Q play, auto Q mode. Let me say, this is when you want your music to, when you want to mix your music, or if you want your music to be sound nicely. So here, down here, as you can see, your another pads, we have AutoQ here. Now AutoQ can allow you to set your AutoQ. Let me say you decide to set your AutoQ at the beginning here, so you click there. It's even showing it up here that you have already set your AutoQ1, and you can just play around with it. Let me say you want to set your the second AutoQ here. This is just that when you are mixing your music, even if the music has played even if the music has played for some distance, so once you click on this AutoQ, your music it will again start playing from where you set your AutoQ. So that is it. And here we have loop, auto move. The rest you can just play around with it, but I'm just giving you the major one. So here, let's move away. Let's move on to another setting. Interface. Here we have now interface. We have a skin waveform type. So skin waveform type, they are talking about this skin wave here. This beat skin wave. This is called beat. So here also you can play around with it. You can decide to leave your skin waveform type to beats that are saying the way you are saying it's in form of beats bar, or you can decide that let my skin waveform type remain in shape. So this is the way you will see, but I like using this color. So that is it. Now, as if we go on to skin overview type, they are talking about this one. This is skin overview type, whereby when you change the color or when you change the shape, it will also appear and also it will change. When you leave it to color, appearing also will change, or when you leave to automatic and color, they are not much different. So this one is called skin waveform type, and this one is called skin overview type. Yes. And we have a skin waveform scratch type. Now this skin waveform scratch type, this is when you are scratching your music. When you click on this scratch button, it will show up down here. So whereby when you want to when you are scratching your music, this when you're scratching your music, this is the way a skin waveform scratch it will look like. But when you change it to shape, this is how it will look like as well. Yes. So that is it. Now here the rest you can also just play around with it, but I'm just explaining briefly. If we go to audio also, it came with some good setting, but I will not play whole. I will not explain whole. So here we have audio and the rest. We have audio, video. As you can see, it's all you can just play around with the setting. And also if you don't want to set them one by one the way I was doing, you may even you will just come down here and you eat all. So once you eat all, means that it will combine all those options, and you will set them at one, instead of boring yourself going to those options one by one. So that is it. So let's move to license. I'm using free version of vidIQ, but if you are doing well, you can just buy my software, and all the features will will open. So let's move to extension. As extension, you can download some extensions also. As you can see, I've already downloaded some, and let if I take you back to interface, all this one started from block coming downward. All these are my extensions. I'm the one who downloading them, and you can also download it. You can also download yours as well. So when you click on the extensions, it came out with different samplers, and those samplers also, they have their own extensions. Where, for example, when you click on these skins, we have main, we have video output, karaoke output, and remote. All those are extensions. You can install them and you enjoy your mixing. So when you click on effects also, it came out with audio effects, video effects, and the rest, whereby you can just install them and you enjoy the music. And when you click on samples also, it came out with its own extension. As you can see, we have audio effects, instruments, and video loops. And when you go ahead to pads also, it came out with its own extension, whereby you can also play around with it. So, and this one also came out with its own extension. Here we have languages. You can install languages according to the country you're basing. Yeah, that's all about the extensions. Now when you click on this broadcast, now this broadcast, you can use this one when you want to broadcast either to a friend or to someone using online program. So let me say you want to broadcast your video to a friend, or to Facebook, or to any platform you want, and these are the some options that you can do. Once you have done with this, you click on start broadcasting. The same as audio also, even audio also, if you want to broadcast to your friend, the links also is down here. Then after you start broadcasting, the same as radio saver, all like that. So here we have record. Now on this option, if you click on this, it will take you to some setting. Here when you are recording your non-stop, or when you want to record either your audio non-stop or your video non-stop, this is where you will set your recording from. So here you can set the name of the files, and you can set the formats of that. Let me say you are mixing, you want to record your audio non-stop. So you just come to format here, and you leave your format to mp3. Or if you want to play or if you are mixing a music video, you come to this option mp4, and there you start record. And down here we have remote. Yeah, all those are about setting. So let's move to another section. So this is a setting button. This is timer. This timer here, it will help you to set your time. Let me say you have been hired by a certain company, or you have been hired by someone to go and work for him as a DJ. So you set your time here. And also for event, also you set your event here. And this one is a beat counter. So here we have sandbox. Now sandbox mode, this sandbox, it will help you to this one help you when you're using your headphone to mix the music. even if the speaker is there, but you are also using headphone as well to help you. Now this is this sandbox mode. It will help you to try the next transition or the next tracks before playing it to the audience. Now how does it work? Let me say this music is playing already. Let me say this music is playing already. So it's saying that for it to be activated, it will be activated when one music is playing already, which is this one. Which is this one. It should be activated when one music is playing. So just a moment, I'll show it all. Let me say you uploaded this, you load this, and you hit the play button, and you come here. Come here. But this one so that's how this sandbox it will work. So this sandbox it will help you to try the next transition before playing to the audience. And here and next to it we have a layout, and this layout here you can also set your interface instead of using this setting button. You just click on this and you'll see some interface setting. This one is a slider. This one is a slider that this is how it's work. Seeing that this is how it's work. And this one is a deck selector. You can select seeing this is deck selector. And down here we have effect. We have effects, and these effects also you can change them the way you want. Let me say this effect here, you don't want to use this echo. So means if you don't want to use this echo, there's a drop down here. Once you click on this drop down, it will bring you a lot of effects, and you select one the way you want. The same as the second one also. Click down here and select one the way you want. Yes. And down here we have pads, we have loops, hot cue, slicer, and sampler. With the steam you can play the vocals only. You can play the vocals or the voice only, without any instrument, without any kicks, without any bass. Or you can decide to play only the instruments without vocals and bass, just only instruments, and the same as others, just like that. So we have slicer also. When the music is playing, you hit this, you will hear how the music it will behave. And here we have sampler. And sampler also, this sampler, it's help you to mix your music, or it will help your music to sound nicely to the audience. And down here next to it we have loops. You can also use. And here we have a custom button. You don't know that, custom buttons, these are empty button the way you're saying, but this one I'm the one who set it already. And custom button, it will help you to 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 set it will help you to set any effects the way you want, or it will help you to customize any behavior in the visual DJ, the way you want. So you can use reverse, masters, tempo, step, and stop podcast using that customized button. So how does it work? Once you click on it, right click on it, then it will take you here. This is how it will work. See that? Or you can even change anything you want. And then after that, when you are playing your music and you tap on that, it will be, I think, once I tap on it, the echo will be active. Once I tap on it again, the echo will be deactive. So that is how custom button it will work. And this is deck, and this is load button. I can unload. This is load out, load next. So you can click on it and the song will be load to the deck straight away. Or if you don't want to use this, you can just come down here, you double click and the song will be loaded here. Or you will just click on it, you can left click on it, you all, and you drag it here and the song will be added here. And down here, this is a pitch. I was talking of the pitch. This is the pitch. This is where you can change the speed of the song. Once you bring it down, means that the speed of that song, it will be increased, and when you push it up, the speed of that song, it will be decreased. And also you can even use this sign here instead of pulling it up. And here, this list, we have audio. So this column, it's where you can decide to play your it's only, or the rest you can even change the way you want. See this? So here we have video. Now this, when you click on this video button, it will bring you the master videos window. This is when you are mixing your video. It will be you yourself as a DJ, you will be seeing it from here. And scratch also, scratch, when you click on this scratch button, it will bring a scratch window. This is where also when you are scratching and you want to see it, so all your scratching button, you will be seeing it from this scratch window. And when you proceed to master also, this is where you can play around with some setting, do balance in the sound. Yes, that way it's low. Now when you come to this deck, we have Q button, play starter button, and since it help you to master the pitch of the two track. Yes. And on this side here, this side here we have this star button where you can add your favorite folders, and we have this one also where it can this folder also it can help you to set you, I mean it helps you to organize your playlist. And this one also you can add your your filters, and this one just help to do that. And down here we have browse option. We have this one to we have this as a font size. You can increase the way you want, see that. And down here is a zooming button. If you want to zoom the Visual DJ, see that this one is a zooming button. And we have this side here, we have some windows here. We have a site list, we have site list, we have remix list, sampler, auto mix. This is this one when you when you want to mix your music automatically. And we have karaoke and the rest. So how can you get your music? So like mine, if I want to get my music, or how can you get your music from, let me say you have just open up your Visual DJ like this, and you want to bring in your music to this music store. Now it just goes straight away to the local music. Now this one it depends where you saved your music folder from. Like mine, when I come to this local, I come to hard drive. So for my hard drive I have two sections. We have new volume C and extra E. So when I click on extra E, I have a lot of folders here. So these folders, when I click on my media also it has a lot of folders. So my music are here, when I click on that, so it will show up music. So as I told you that when you want to load your music, you just click on this, click on that. And also if you want to unload it, just click again, or you can hold and you drag, or you can double click. All are working the same. So now one thing I've forgotten, once you activate this sandbox mode, you have also to activate this just that when you are mixing your music using your headphone, you will be able to try the next transitions in all depths. So that is it, because when you don't activate this, you'll be able just to listen to one of this anyway. When you that is but if you don't activate this sandbox mode, if you're mixing your music using your headphone, this sign of headphone, it will just keep on changing. But once you activate the sandbox and you also activate this, it will just remain like that, and you enjoy your mixing. So guys, that is all about Visual DJ. You can just come one by one, you play with your setting. So from tutorial, audio interface, mapping, options, license, and the rest. But what you have to master is this option, because it has a lot. It has a lot than any other thing, because mapping, you can just set your mapping according to what you want instead of using their own mapping. You can set yours, but the major important part is this option here. Be careful when you are playing with your setting here, because sometimes you can, because uh, sometimes you can change all the setting, and when you are mixing your music, thing thing cannot work the way you were expecting. So be careful when you're playing around with this setting. Or if you don't mind, you can leave everything the way you want, except you can just change the skin waveform type, this one, just like that. So guys, thank you for your time, thank you for your support, thank you for watching my video. But don't forget to subscribe to this channel, support this channel. And I really thank those guys who have supported us by subscribing to our channel and sharing our video and liking my video. As the same as those who are still new in this channel, please don't forget to hit subscribe button and hit like button, and leave any comment below in the comment sections, and I'll be answering. So guys, thank you for your time, thank you for watching my video. I'll see you in the next tutorial. Big time.